Good afternoon, everyone. This is Denola Burton with Enhanced DNA Publishing, and I'm here today with a very exciting virtual launch of a book by our new author, Clark Howard III. And he's going to bring us an exciting journey of how he came to become an author and to tell his story. So at this time, I'd like to introduce you to Clark Howard III.
Hi, thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you here today. So um, let's see, I'm going to put this over here to see if we can see our comments as people join. As people join in, we'll see what we can see. So hold on one second. This is one of those things where uh, technology and Denola don't always go well together. So we're gonna now. There we go. Okay, so now we're seeing our live stream of any comments. So trying to see watch live. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Well, Clark, um, I'm so excited to have you here today. Um, and so we'll just get started with asking some questions.
Absolutely, I'm ready.
So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself
Okay.
and how you decided to become an author? And it's kind of a three-part question. And what was the motivation for your book?
Well, the motivation for my book was to inspire those who are hearing, to basically bridge over to the deaf community to learn about our culture and to learn about what are we, creative for and what we're useful for in this country. So that was the idea of writing the book to really inspire, as well inspire those who are deaf and to encourage the deaf individuals to boost up their confidence in being who themselves, being able to, fit in with the world, fit in with the society, with people who are hearing and they feel like they're left out. And so this is the reason why I actually wrote that book. And a little bit about myself, I'm actually am deaf. I do have a cancer, a cochlear implant. Not a lot of people know exactly what that is. It is a device that I actually depend on to help me actually hear. I did lose my hearing at the age of 8, and that was the most saddening, traumatized, exciting moment um, to share with people who don't know exactly uh, what the process is of losing a hearing. And so I kind of put this book together to explain, you know, the behind the scene of how individuals like myself, how we dealt with losing hearing at a very young age, and what it's like to actually get that hearing back and blend in with the world, you know, like re-blending in with the world. And so I'm really excited about this book, and hopefully it reach out to a lot of people.
Wow, thank you so very much because I'm sure many of us who are hearing can't relate to that.
Right.
So thank you for that. And so as I think about this book, how does it feel to be an author? I mean, when you got the book in your hand, how did it feel to see your words in print?
Oh my goodness, it felt so amazing. Actually, I'm actually holding it right here. It felt so amazing. To be an author, I didn't think that I would, come across this path to actually be an author. But it took 4 great years of writing this book. Um, and I had the moment to where I was on and off, crying, trying to figure out the right path of making this book make sense to both worlds, the hearing and the deaf world. And I feel like I've come a long way to share that story. And really right now I'm overwhelmed about this book, The Intelligence of Silence, and I'm hoping that it reaches so many people, and I know it will. I know it will.
Excellent, excellent. So you just held the book up, and the book is called The Intelligence of Silence. So why that title? What is the significance of The Intelligence of Silence?
The intelligence of silence. I decided to, I had a moment with God. I prayed with Him about, um, an idea of a title that I can share my story with, thousands of people or maybe nationwide. Um, how can this title change someone's life? Well, I decided The Intelligence of Silence was a good title because a lot of us who are deaf have so much talent that we can share. Um, from creative side to business side to, I mean, so much that the hearing world, I will say that everybody in the hearing world overlooks the deaf community, the deaf talent that we have, that we can share, that we can bring. And The Intelligence of Silence was an excellent choice because we are very intelligent through silence. We move, we can still talk like a human being, we can still communicate with each other, with our friends. But um, in this book, it shares about how uh, we can allow the deaf community, I mean, the hearing community, to blend over to understand how welcoming we are as deaf individuals. And um, yeah, this title is really amazing.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing that you came up with that title, and it does intrigue people to want to see what this book is about. And you just mentioned that the way it's written, it is kind of to bridge both cultures. It seems like this book really is written in a style that shares your life, your memories at the beginning of a chapter. And then at the end of the chapter, you kind of give advice, not just for the hearing, you give advice for the deaf community as well to show how that works together. So tell me a little bit more about why you wrote it in a style of memory and advice.
That's a good question. I wanted to share my story um, about the process of how I lost my hearing at the age of 8. And a lot of deaf people would understand exactly where or how that feeling comes from, but wanted to give the hearing people as well an understanding of how that feeling comes from. So I decided to write it in that style because I want people to understand is how to overcome certain significant barriers that they are stuck in, that they are really stuck in that one place. And I wanted to show them that there is a way out. There is a way to where they can, you know, go and experience something that they've never experienced. Like for an example, um, there would be some people in the hearing world would tell several deaf individuals that they're not qualified or they don't feel like they are a good fit for like a particular job or friendship or relationship. And I wanted to open that gate to where they can learn how to deal with uh, uh, that kind of situation, to where they can learn how to deal with being friends with people who they've never been friends with, or jobs that really never given them the opportunity or the chances to work in that field. So I decided to write that in no style is because I want to give people advice. I want to help those who don't have uh, a a way to overcome it or a way to get through the process, and they feel like they're stuck. And so that's the reason why I feel like uh, uh, this style is really a good helpful source to use.
Well, it really works. It's when I was publishing this book, I had to think about a way for it to stand out that a portion of the story was around your life and the other portion was around advice. So we put it in a way that the first portion or your life story is written in regular type, and then the second part of the story is written in italices. So it stands out a little better. Yeah. So I've got another question here. So clearly, you have a supportive family. Your family members actually wrote the foreword to the book, not just one, but several of them contributed to the foreword of the book. So, what would you like to say to them?
Oh my goodness. I am really overwhelmed with my family and support that have been pushing me since day one. And I know I haven't been very easy, but I really would like to say how much I really appreciate them for, believing in me. Um, Believing that I can, do anything in life without giving up, especially when I have lost my hearing, where I have felt so down and so, out of place and out of character. And they have taught me in so many ways to where be yourself, stand strong, be the man that everyone knows that we know who you are, And so they have, just I'm trying not to be a little emotional, but they have written everything that was true about who I am as an individual to where I won't stop working. I won't stop. This book may be a copy to some people, but this book is a path of my life to where I had to overcome certain situations in life that I didn't think that I would ever deal with it. And so just to to really tell them how much I really love each and every one of them. And I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys have shown me from time to time that I can do it. And I've done it. And I thank you guys for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know that there will be many people who will want to get a copy of this book. And if they want an autographed copy, they can get that from the Enhanced DNA Publishing website. You'll see that scrolling at the bottom. But, we want to recognize some of the people who have already purchased this book and those who will also purchase this book. So we would like to have you get entered, anyone who is reading the book now, who will get the book, anyone who has purchased or pre-ordered the book, you can get entered to win an Amazon gift card.
Wow.
And the way that you do that is that this is a gift from Enhanced DNA Publishing. And whether you are watching live right now or whether you come back and watch this later, if you have purchased the ebook, or if you have purchased or pre-ordered the paperback book, just enter in the comments on this feed and you will get entered. So it's ebook if you have purchased it. If you have purchased the paperback too, put both of them and you'll get entered twice. Yeah, the book is The Intelligence of Silence. Autographed copies available, or you can order directly from Amazon. Yeah. So, what final comments would you have for us, Clark, as you think about this book and what it means to you.
This book is amazing, and you will not be disappointed. Um, you will be inspired. You will be motivated. You will be touched. And I promise you, once you bridge over to the deaf community, your life will change forever. I mean, your mindset of the deaf world will change forever. You will see us as the creative, welcoming, friendly, funny people. So I really strongly suggest, you guys purchase or get the ebook as well. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah. So again, you may log into Enhanced DNA Publishing in order to purchase your own copy and get it autographed, or you can order your copy off of Amazon, either the ebook or the paperback book. Clark, I was really excited when you came to me and asked me to have a role in this book. So I would like to thank you for allowing me and Enhanced DNA Publishing to be a part of this project. So thank you.
Thank you as well. It's been a pleasure.
So, with that, we appreciate all of you who have logged on. We appreciate all of you who will watch the recorded version. But the key is really to get your own copy of The Intelligence of Silence by Clark Howard III. So, from Enhanced DNA Publishing and from Clark Howard III, we appreciate each of you and we thank you for your support.
Thank you.
Thank you.